Welcome Trailblazers to another episode of Gallant Gacha Gamer's travels on the Astral Express. Before we dive headfirst into the video, let us get you familiar with the terminology for Honkai Star Rail, especially if you're coming straight from the abyss across the lost nation of Kainria from Genshin Impact. Traveler from Genshin is a Trailblazer in Honkai Star Rail. Similarly, Trailblaze level, Adventure level, Equilibrium level, World rank / level, Light Cones, Weapons, Superimposition, Refinement rank, Traces, Talents, but they might make you seem like you need some Snickers. Relics, Artifacts. They seem to have less RNG on the main stat, 6 in total, 4-piece plus 2-piece. Eidolon, Constellation. Calyx, Golden for obtaining credits. Adventure Logs, Condensed Ether, Leyline Outcorps for Mora and XP books. Calyx, Crimson for obtaining traces and ascension material, talent book and weapon material domains. Stagnant Shadow, open world bosses. Cavern of Corrosion, artifact domains. Echo of War, weekly bosses. Simulated Universe, Star Rail specific feature for the remaining 2-piece artifact set. Forgotten Hole, Spiral Abyss. Stellar Jade, Primogems. Pom Pom, Catherine. Warp, Wish. Now without further ado, let us zoom straight to the main topic of this video. Seele. No wait, Sheila. No, it's Seele. Huh? You guessed it right. Eventually. Even I made some mistakes in the previous video. Launched along with the game on 26th of April is the game's first limited 5-star banner featuring scythe-wielding. What was that? You heard it right. Scythe-wielding and elegantly fluttering Babochka, Seele. Having earned herself the nickname of Babochka, which translates to butterfly, Seele is the first limited 5-star character that landed in the game. Now the eternally problematic question that bugs every gacha gamer born on this planet, or any other planet across the universe. Should I pull her or save my Stellar Jade? Well, let us find out. Seele, even though named a butterfly, stings menacingly like a bee. And take our word, her damage is way harder and stronger than that bee sting. Seele has her given element as Quantum and belongs to the Hunt Path. Characters having the Hunt Path in Star Rail are attributed to extraordinary single target damage. This makes it crystal clear about the role of Seele in any team. Yup, you guessed it right. A powerful single target damage nuke. Seele's kit mainly revolves around the stats of quantum damage, crit rate, speed, and crit damage. Since you will be aiming to maximize Seele's damage,
disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
In the one strike she gets, her ultimate is a single strike attack. The above mentioned stats need to be prioritized, especially a high 1-2 crit rate to crit damage ratio. Anything above 60 to 120 CR/CD ratio will be ideally good for Seele. Now let us gaze over the skill set of Seele, which is as follows. Normal attack, Scythe Rush. Deal 50% of Seele's attack as quantum damage to a target enemy. Skill, Sheathed Blade. Deal 100% of Seele's attack as quantum damage to a target enemy and increase speed by 35 for 2 turns. Ultimate, Butterfly Flurry. Receive a buff and deal 240% of Seele's attack as quantum damage to a target enemy. Talent, Relentless Strikes. Apply buff on defeating an enemy and gain an extra action. With buff, Seele increases her damage dealt by 40% for 1 turn. Enemies defeated during the extra action, gained with her passive ability Relentless Strikes, will not trigger this passive effect again. Technique, Phantom Illusion. After using a technique, gain stealth for 20 seconds. While stealth in the maze, Seele cannot be detected by enemies and will gain buff after initiating a battle with an attack. As you can see, her talent Relentless Strike is a very good skill that allows her to deal big PP damage one more time after one of her enemies is torn to oblivion. Oh mommy! Now that we have gone through her skills, let us blaze through the ideal and best light cones. No, not ice cream cones. Light cones for Seele. Focus Trailblazer. Light cones are what we call weapons in Honkai Star Rail universe. The best and ideal light cone for Seele is definitely gonna be the one that is not so ideal for your wallet, huh? The 5-star light cone called In the Night is the best weapon for Seele as it increases Seele's crit rate by 12%. Also, if Seele's speed is above 100, for every additional 15 points, it increases her basic attack damage and skill damage by 8%, and also increases her ultimate crit damage by 8%. This effect can stack up to 6 times. This light cone has Seele written all over it, just like my heart. Never mind. For those of us, we mean most of us who belong to the free-to-play BTW gang, the light cones we should focus on are namely Arrow and Darting Arrow. Arrow provides a 12% increase in Seele's crit rate, which can be increased to a whopping 24% increase by superimposing it to level 5. Since this is 3-star rarity, it will definitely be easier to superimpose this light cone too, making it one of the recommended light cone for Seele. Next is the Darting Arrow, which increases the user's attack by 20% for 3 turns after an enemy is defeated, with the only drawback that it needs Seele to land the finishing blow to activate the buff. Once it activates, it's a pretty useful buff, especially because once superimposed to level 5, this buff increases to a staggering 40% attack buff for Seele. What's more, this buff lasts for 3 turns, which can allow you to kill another enemy and refresh this buff. However, we would recommend you to equip arrows first, because it is better to have a higher crit rate for Seele first, then attack as the second priority afterwards. You should play Seele in a team with mainly buffers like Bronya or Asta to further maximize her damage. Secondly, you can also play her with characters like Pila and Silverwolf, who can break the defense of the enemy team. Now comes the artifacts, or relics as we call them in this game. As a quantum DPS character, increasing Seele's quantum attack is her ideal relic set at the moment, and the quantum relic set, Genius Brilliant Stars, is a perfect fit for Seele's relics build. You can also use attack percent relics temporarily until you get a good quantum relic set, hopefully before an eternity of farming and emotional damage. We recommend you to choose from the following builds: 5-piece Genius of Brilliant Stars, 4-piece Genius of Brilliant Stars, plus 2-piece 15% attack relics, 2-piece Genius of Brilliant Stars, plus 2-piece 15% attack relics, plus 2-piece 15% attack relics, 2-piece Genius of Brilliant Stars, plus 4-piece Musketeer of Wild Wheat. After you're done farming, note that the ideal stat for the feet piece is attack, neck piece is quantum boost, and the article piece is crit rate or damage. Overall, the substats you should be focusing on are crit damage, crit rate, attack, speed, and energy restoration, in this order only. As far as Eidolon for Seele is concerned, the only game-changing Eidolon appears to be E1. Luckily, our credit card just breathed a sigh of relief. Trust us. If you are spending a bit and want to get Eidolon for Seele, then you can rest at ease after getting E1, since it allows the speed boost by Seele's skill to stack up twice. This will make you feel like Seele has 2 turns instead of 1, because now you can get 70 speed increase if you use Seele's skill attack twice in a row. Of course, if you are wailing, then E6 is the limit. Finally, in our opinion, we think if you're looking for a good single target DPS, then Seele becomes a must-pull character, and you definitely should not miss on her banner. We hope this introduction to Seele and our guide to build her was beneficial to you. We would love to hear your thoughts, and further love to hear if you have any requests for guides on specific Honkai Star Rail characters. If you loved our work, then press those like, share, and subscribe buttons while imagining your favorite Honkai mommy or daddy on the buttons. Hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any interesting updates from us. Sayonara, Trailblazers. See you at the next destination of the Astral Express.